Smile'n Sam, how you doing,
Smile'n
buddy?
Sam, welcome, buddy.
Hey, I am doing fantastic, my guys.
Oh,
Just got down to Chattanooga. I'm working with Tom Galicchio tonight.
nice. Good for you, man. And for people that are wondering what the heck, why is Smile'n Sam right here, right now? Sam, we got stood up by our guest, my friend,
Oh,
and
never by me though.
never. And then so we just reached out to a few people that we know and love that we normally chat with, and you answered the call, man. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, absolutely, my man. I'll give you whatever time I got, but I've got very little time. I'm just pulling up now.
No, no worries,
Sam,
man.
listen, man, getting stood up, it's like high school prom all over again. It brought back really bad memories, and I almost collapsed. It was so bad. But Sam, you coming here, like you are the man. Like I don't even know. I'm speechless. I'm gonna tell my girlfriend about this. This is insane. For you to just
Oh,
do this, it's nuts, man.
oh, good. Well, you're gonna tell your girlfriend you're a prom with Smile'n Sam?
No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell my girlfriend that Smile'n Sam came in here and saved our
Oh, okay.
butts.
That sounds like a good plan.
I think I can get you
Sam,
tattooed.
thanks, buddy. We won't keep you, but thank you for showing up, even for just a couple seconds. Glover or Jiri?
I want Glover, but it's gonna be Yuri.
What?
Yeah, I want Glover, but I can't. Oh, I can't put any money on him.
No, it's a tough call, but I got Glover. You got Jiri?
I do. I want Glover. I love the idea of what's he 43?
43, 40, going on 44.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. But I can't bet on him.
All right, and
What
Joanna or Wei Li? Last one.
Joanna. I didn't even realize they were fighting, but Joanna.
Yeah, she'll take the
Yeah.
rematch. All right.
Their first fight was amazing. Their first fight was incredible. One of the best title fights I've ever seen. But Wei Li got knocked out by a little front kick from Rose. That their first fight, and Joanna. I think Joanna's gonna come with a little front kick of her own.
Yeah, or a couple front kicks. Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous. Anyway, Sam, thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely,
so
guys.
much,
Have a good
buddy.
rest of your show, my man.
Have a good one. See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
This guy is awesome.
He's the
Wow.
best, man. Prince, here we go into the intro.
Yeah, it's Timmy B, Princey D, fight in sight. Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
And-
listen, Tim, I got to tell you right now. Have you ever done an interview that lasted only 2 minutes?
I've done a lot of things that have only lasted 2 minutes, Prince, some even less, but never an interview on this podcast, my friend. So there you go.
Wow, that was amazing. You know what? Shout out to Smile'n Sam. Like, you are an amazing individual. The world doesn't deserve you. We do not deserve you.
Hey, you know what? That's so cool, man, that he would come on. Obviously, we had him on our podcast before. Guys, if you're coming here for the interview with Lucky Lauren Murphy that we promised on our Instagram, unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. We don't really know what happened, but she wasn't able to make it. So we just went on with it. We sent out a couple messages to a few people to see if anyone would answer. Sam answered. Thank you, Sam. Prince, with no interview, looks like we're not getting lucky today. So we'll go on with really, I think what we'll just do is just break down UFC 275 because it's a huge card, right?
That's it. Absolutely. And we threw out all the invites to everybody that we knew. And Smile'n Sam answered the call on his pickup on the way to train somebody and says, "Hey, I just wanted to say hello." Like, come on, family of the podcast. Family of the podcast.
Very nice, very nice. Before we get on with 275, though, I do have to say, though, this was incredible. I'm going to put a photo up here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Showing a photo of Karolina Kowalkiewicz, who fought. I mean, we were joking last week and we made a meme and stuff like that about her being the main event of the prelims because she was 0-5 fighting Felice Herrick, who's 0-3. Prince, did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I did. And
you did?
I was surprised. It came out that, I mean, I had it the other way. I was thinking it was going to go the other way, but Carolina pulled it off. She pulled it off. I was
Great fight.
Nuts.
Great fight, but more than that, her emotion after the fight, when she was like crying and screaming. Oh my, not gonna lie, I teared up a bit. That was so much emotion coming out of her, like to come back and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, that was a great fight. And congratulations to her. That was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, she's coming back from a massive losing streak, and for her to pull that off and in style too. So shout out to Carolina. Wow.
Pretty friggin' amazing. Prince, let me get to some. I'm not ready at all because Sam joined us like just while we're just sitting here waiting, like hoping someone would answer the call. Friends of the podcast update. I just want to go through this. Jenilyn Olsen, she was
Yes.
victorious at ONE FC in a split decision. I think it was split decision.
Yes. Good
Great
split.
fight though. Holy cow. She
Mezababa
goes out
against Mezababa.
against Julie Mezababa. She did the 1-2 kangaroo. Ramona Carla, we had her on our podcast before. Ramona Pasquale on Instagram. She is fighting this weekend, so we'll cover that for UFC 275. But she has her second UFC fight, so big good luck out to Ramona. We got your back. Prince, sponsors, middaysquares.com. Visit middaysquares.com. Use code FightInsight15. You guys know what to do. Good stuff. They've come out with now single packs too. Like in that pack that Prince is showing, there's 2 chocolate bars in there. They've come out now with single packs, which look amazing. So go to Midday Squares and get that stuff. Prince, all right, let's go on to UFC 275, right?
Yep. Oh
Yeah,
man,
we'll
it's a
just break it down.
stack. Yeah, break it down. It's a stack card. Yeah.
Here's our poster from MMA Social Squad. As always, I put this up on our story. Prince, do you see what I did not see for the first like 10 minutes of this?
What am I missing here?
How many fighters do you see on this poster?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we see 4. Where's the main event?
Why did they miss the main event, Prince?
Look. Oh wait, maybe look closer to the bottom right.
No.
That may look like Geary. Like
Okay,
the
are
silhouette. It looks like a silhouette.
Prince,
just
look
kidding.
at...
Oh
No,
crap! Oh, you're right. Oh
they
my
are
gosh.
there. Okay, so
Nuts.
obviously you got to watch this podcast in visual or go to MMA Social Squad and look at the poster. This is pretty crazy, right, Prince?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't.
So you don't see it.
Yeah, I did not.
And
see
now you can only see it. So what happened? They did like anyways, come take a look at it. The poster is friggin' genius, but
Yes,
this
right.
is a big card, Prince. Pretty cool though, right? That
Yeah,
poster is pretty
you know what?
insane.
I got to tell you, man. I thought like, why did they cover the UFC logos? Is there something?
Yeah, like why did it cover? But those are
Yeah.
Yuri's giant eyebrows.
Yeah.
So, but you don't realize that. All right, so let's get with this is going to be a short podcast then because we have no interview and we're not going to waste some of the topics that kind of tied into that guest.
Yep.
So Prince, UFC 275, what fights do you care to talk about? I mean, they're all amazing fights.
I mean, the most important one, one of the most important one is early prelims. We got Ramona Pasquale that's against Jocelyn Edwards.
Yeah, she opens up the card.
Yep, I say Ramona, come on, baby. And Ramona's going to finish it via knockout the first round.
Yeah, man, this is in the very odd featherweight division, right? This is a division that really there's not a lot of fighters in this thing. And Ramona needs to make a statement and make a statement quick before they close this division, in all honesty. Right? You gotta make an impact here, earn a title shot within a couple of good wins, right?
Yeah.
So Ramona, good luck to you. Andre Fialho, Prince, do you know this guy? The Portuguese fighter?
No.
Okay, this guy has fought 3 times in the last 3 months. He fought January, April, and May, and now he's fighting in June. So he'll fought 3 times in 3 months. Plus, this is his 4th fight of the year. And his last 2 fights were performance of the nights. He had a TKO against Miguel Beza and a KO against Cameron Van Camp. This guy is active as anything, and he fights Jake Matthews, who's a good fighter. And this is the first fight on the prelims. Jake Matthews is coming off a loss, but before that had 3 wins in a row. That's a fight to watch, man. This Andre Fialho, I am part Portuguese, so this is a fellow Portuguese man.
Hey.
Hey, this guy is good. We got Sung Woo Choi. This is a big South Korean featherweight. He's fighting Joshua Kulibao. But that's a good fight. I think Sung Woo Choi will be taking this. He's coming off a loss to Alex Caceres, but before that, he had 3 wins. Notable TKO against Julian Erosa, one of my favorites. Joshua Kulibao coming off a win. He had a draw against the incredible Canadian Charles Jourdain. So that should be a good fight too in the featherweight division. And then main event of the prelims, you got Jacob Malcoon versus Brendan Allen. Prince, tell me everything you know about Jacob Malcoon.
You know what, Tim? I gotta tell you, I don't know much about this guy. I just realized that the prelims are a good chunk of them are Australians. It's an Australian.
Yeah. I guess maybe because they are over in Singapore, so maybe the Australians it's an easier flight to get over. But this guy, Jacob Malcoon, is 7-1. Sorry, 6-1 in his fights, and he's got some good wins under his belt. So he's coming off 2 wins in the UFC. But Brendan Allen, big fighter out of, where is he? He's American, right? Brendan Allen.
Let's see, Brendan Allen.
Oh, this is not good. He beat Sam Alvey in his last fight. What are the odds of that? I do not like this guy now.
Yeah, I know this is not good. No,
How
South
dare
Carolina,
you?
the U.S. Yeah, you know what? We'll edit this.
Yeah.
We'll take
Okay.
this without. No. Sam
Get
Alvey
this
is
guy
so
out of here.
Sam
Brendan
Alvey
Allen, get
is
out
so-
of here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Jacob Malcoon all the way. Prince, we get to the main card. There's the couple fights started off. Jack Della Maddalena versus Ramazan Emeev. Then you've got Ruggiero Bontorin versus Manel Cape. Manel Cape, that's a good fighter in flyweight. Those 2 fights, though, I would say generally pretty less fan interest, shall we say.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to be looking at these 3, like the top 3 fights. That it's going to be one of those ones that everyone will probably skip through the prelims and wait for this bad boy to drop.
Yeah, you've got the 3 fights that are really anchoring this card. Like this, you're paying for this pay-per-view, or you're paying for these last 3 fights.
Yep.
First one, Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Prince.
Okay, you know what? My prediction: Weili by decision. I'm going with Weili by decision. I know she's been on a losing streak. I mean, she's lost to Rose twice, one by knockout, one by decision. But I think Weili's probably changed up her game plan. I think her last win was against Joanna.
I think so. Yeah.
So I honestly think it's going to be by decision. I think she's learned from her mistakes and she's going to apply it against Joanna. And plus, Joanna, actually, you know what? It's crazy because Joanna's already talking smack about her as well and saying that, you know what, since she fought me, she hasn't been the same. So she's crediting a lot of that because of her doing, right? So, what do you think, Tim? Who do you have?
I don't know, man. This is such a tough one. I do like Weili Zhang's new haircut. Did you see her new haircut?
Yeah,
her new haircut looks pretty good. I'm gonna play a quick video of them. Prince.
She got the Juju Chan swags.
Yeah, she's got the shave size and whatever. So I like her haircut. Here's what I don't like, Prince. I don't like the way Joanna is all smiley.
Oh, okay.
And hey, good, congratulations, good fight, good luck, blah blah. Like, it's not her normal boogie woman demeanor. She's normally like very mean, very aggressive, very rude. That's not what she's giving us here, and I don't like that. When we spoke to body language expert Mark Bowden on the podcast, he said, you got to stay consistent, stick with what brought you to the dance. Right. So if she's always mean, she's always got that aggressive demeanor and all that, I feel like you got to do that. You got to keep that personality. I don't know why she's doing this friendly thing. I don't like it. I don't like how she was dressed. She was dressed in like a summer dress, like a floral pattern summer dress. She looks too nice. Like, that's not her, man. She's got she's got to look badass. She's got to be badass.
Well, you know what? A good example of when that happened was when Connor fought Dustin, right? I mean, the second
Yes, right.
fight that he had, he was really, he was nice. He was like, "Yeah, we're all for
Chummy,
it. Yeah, we're gonna
chummy.
tell me we're all together."
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't
And
turn
then he
out well for him.
loses.
Yeah, and that wasn't the same fight where he snapped his leg. No,
No, that was in
no,
the
the
next
third
one.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
the next one.
That was when he was mad.
Yeah, and he got knocked out in that fight against Dustin, right? So, yeah, well, that could be it. That could be the deciding factor. If you're gonna stick to one persona, you got to stick with it, right? You got to be mean. You got to be angry. But it's
Yeah.
it's nice to see, though, right?
No, it's not nice to see because we're watching combat sports, for God's sakes. If I want like a romantic comedy, then I'll go turn that on. Like, I need Joanna to be in pure killer mode, but I'm nervous. I don't know who to pick on this. I mean, Weili Zhang, that first knockout to Rose, that's a flash knockout that doesn't count in my opinion. So I don't care
Okay.
about that. Then she loses a split decision to Rose. So really, she hasn't shown much weakness. I mean, neither has Joanna, of course, but I'm going Zhang.
Yeah.
I think Weili's going to take it. My only reason why I picked Joanna is because she's been training with Carolina at ATT.
Okay.
And you know how I always have this thing that, like, when a gym starts to win or when friends start to win, they all kind of win together or they all kind of lose together. So I feel like Carolina winning might be a sign that Joanna is going to win. But I hate the dress. I hate the dress. I hate the smiling attitude. I am not a fan. Yeah, not a fan of that at all.
You guys could see that, how we really thoroughly, critically analyze some of these fights.
This is no. My gym theory is pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
There's continual examples of where people in the same gym start to lose, and it starts a snowball effect of them losing.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa, the winning effect can also take place. So, have I talked myself out of the dress problem? No. Because you know why? Because Carolina was fighting Felice Herrig, and no offense, but Weili Zhang is no Felice Herrig, right?
No, by all means.
No, I'm going Weili Zhang. I think Weili Zhang takes it.
And which round, knockout, decision?
It's going to be decision. I don't think. Look, their last fight was a 5-round war. It was a decision, right?
Yeah.
It was a split. That was a split decision when Joanna's head turned into Frankenstein.
Into a friggin' hematoma, the massive.
That's
form,
way more than a hematoma. It was
like a
megatoma.
Megatoma.
I think okay. I got Weili, and I think it's going to be decision. She couldn't finish her in 5 rounds in her prime peak undefeated. Well, not undefeated. She had 1 loss at the time, but like massive killer at the time. She couldn't beat Joanna then. I don't think she can beat her in 3 rounds now. Can't finish her. So decision, Weili Zhang, take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank, everybody. So we got
Prince
all the way.
All right. Prince, next fight. Valentina Shivchenko versus Taylor Santos.
All right. Man, I really want to call an upset, but man, Valentina's just too good. I've got my money on Valentina. I think she's gonna take this. I think he's gonna go by. I'm gonna call him possibly a knockout in the second round. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Just because, man. I mean, Santos, she's good. I mean, she's beaten Joanne Wood.
She's amazing.
I mean, she submitted her, and she's on a 4-fight win streak, and really against really tough opponents. But I mean, again, it's Valentina, silver bullet. I don't think she can pull it against her. She's never felt that caliber of a fighter, right? So, what do you think?
Yeah, Valentina's been saying a lot of funny things. She's like, everybody thinks I've got holes in my game until you step in there with me.
I'll put holes in you.
Yeah. It's really tough, man. It's really tough to go against Valentina. You know, if previous things are correct, if previous payout disclosures are correct, Valentina gets paid $1 million per fight. I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. At some point, you got to think she's got to go start living the good life. You know, like just take, end your career and just go, just relax, right? Is Talia Santos the one to do it? Yes, she is, Prince. No, of course not. No, I don't see it. I worry that Valentina is gonna play with her food a little bit too much.
Okay.
You know, like not go for the finish, because I don't think we've seen her finish people so early lately. We can, I got Valentina, but I think it's going to go into the later rounds. I'll say 4th round stoppage for Valentina. The reason why we didn't ask Sam Alvey about this fight is because I don't know who's not picking Valentina, right?
Oh crap, man! You know what, Tim? I just feel like, okay, forget it. You know what? Let's go with the underdog. I say Santos submission. Forget it.
Would you
know
put
what?
money on this? I wonder what the odds are. Go figure out the odds on this, Prince.
Okay.
Go put money on this. See what the odds are. I mean, if it's crazy odds, then why not?
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
Put $50 on and see what you get. Is it going to be like a plus 300, plus 400 odds? Let's see how long it takes Prince to figure this out. No editing shall be done on the podcast. Prince, I'm going to give you 2 seconds to find it. Oh my God. Okay, forget it. Don't worry about it. The odds are obviously going to be very hugely in Thingy's favor, in Valentina's favor. So what are you going to do, Prince? Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget about it. All right, Prince, main event time. You got the old man versus the young buck. Prince. Glover Teixeira. Will he defend his title? They say that you're not a champion unless you successfully defend your title. So will Glover be able to beat this young up-and-comer with only 2 fights in the UFC, mind you? But I did find out that Yuri was a champion in like Risen or something like that. Like he's a champ. He's big time.
Yeah.
He looks like a monster. He looks like Glover's son.
Yep.
It looks like they're going on a father-son retreat.
That's it. He looks like a European samurai, right? I say, oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to go against the grain as well. I'm going to go with Glover. I've got my money on the Cinderella man. I honestly think he's going to take it. He will suffer some really major injuries along the way, but he will win this decision.
Yeah.
I'm picking it. I'll pay whatever, man. Who cares? You've got nothing to lose.
No worries. How about, okay, I think I'm going with Glover Teixeira. I think his experience is going to take him through this. I think he has to survive the first round. He has to survive the onslaught.
Yeah.
It's going to be pressure, like from Yuri. It's going to be pressure. It's going to be aggression. He's going to be throwing bombs. Glover needs to withstand that.
Yeah.
Grapple him, take him down, just freaking run around the cage in circles for all I care. Just don't let him take you out in the first round. Glover settles in. He's got his old man strength and finishes the job, takes him down, submits him.
Old man strength. Okay, so you know what?
I'm still waiting for my old man strength to kick in.
Tim,
I'm in some sort of like middle-aged, like I don't have young strength anymore and I don't have old man strength. I'm like,
no,
but
Tim,
Glover's got it, dude. Glover's got it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's in there. But hey, you know what? I just wanted to go back. So I sorry, my data started to kick in. So going back into the odds. So Santos, it's plus 450.
Put the money. Fuck it. Delete everything that I said, Prince. Put all your money on Talia Santos. Like, sell your house, mortgage it, put on. That's a huge payout, dude. That's a huge payout.
Wow.
You got to put your
Plus
money on Talia Santos.
450. And
Look,
for Glover, it's plus 170.
no, who cares? Plus 170 is nothing.
Oh, yeah.
No. If you no. Here we go. This is like Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey had her run, right? And at some point, I remember there were people at the gym, Prince, that kept putting money on the next fight, because they're like, eventually she's got to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Valentina has to lose eventually. Just start putting your money. Just put the money on. See what happens.
Yeah, I wonder, and if you can call it too, say it was by submission. I wonder.
No, forget that. That's what you're gonna just bet that she's gonna win. You're already gonna get plus 450 odds. Well, you don't need to parlay it with a freaking like exact
submission.
prediction.
Like, oh my, can you imagine?
No.
Yeah, you know what? My money is on Santos. This is actually like after this podcast, we
sell
might
the house.
calling the bookie. Hey guys, put it in. Where money's in the bank. Santos to take it.
No, you got to do it then. You got to do it. You got to put the money on and see what you can get out of it. All right. So just to recap, we're saying bet the farm on Taylor Santos.
The house. You grab money from anyone you know and you bet everything on Santos.
Yeah. But we are not an official betting site, and we do not condone betting. And if you lose money, that's not our problem.
Yes, that's a good disclaimer, Timmy. You got it right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Be reasonable. Don't be stupid.
Don't.
But you should bet all your money.
All your money. Your house.
And for the main event,
we are going with Mr. Cinderella Man, Glover.
We're going Taylor Santos, and we're going Glover. So there's going to be one and new and one and still.
Yeah.
All right. And then if you want to parlay any of those picks that you think are a genius of ours, you parlay it with our good friend Ramona Pasquale. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, you're going to be walking away a rich individual.
Yeah. And then when you get all the money, go buy some midday squares at middaysquares.com. Use code FIGHTINSIGHT15. That helps support the show. You could also reach out to us and just give us money, or you could ask to buy a t-shirt or a tank top. You know the deal, right?
Absolutely. Again, we'll provide you the e-money transfer accounts at the very bottom notes over here, and just feel free to donate to the United Fight Insight Funds of Canada. You're supporting,
which you get no tax receipt.
No,
and by doing anything, you're probably going to have your account hacked. But
absolutely,
whatever. Of course, Prince. Okay, we didn't have the guest we wanted, but we got a guest that we love just for a few minutes. But that was cool. And Prince, Prince, Lucky Lauren Murphy will be on the podcast next week. So she's been messaging us as we're kind of recording this. And there was a mix up with schedule, mix up with time zones. Damn it. Always that's a mess. But she will be on next week. So Lucky Lauren Murphy's coming on next week. We also have an amazing guest coming up, which is Jenna Bishop. Go search up her, Jenna Bishop, BJJ, 1N in Jenna. And check her out. Very cool LFA fighter. She's a BJJ superstar. And great person. We're going to have her on the podcast soon. We got Brian Barberena coming on. We have another Tough 30 competitor coming on. We have a fitness model that's in Hong Kong. She's coming on. Prince, tons of stuff to talk about, my friend. Tons of people to talk to. This podcast keeps going. And we will see you next week. Prince, anything you want to say before we go?
Guys, remember again, follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow on Instagram, listen to us on Spotify, whatever you guys have to do. Just make sure you guys follow and, keep your eyes on the prize. That's a new thing. And now I'm going to start dropping these really
motivational quotes.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty bad one to start. You want to try another?
Why not keep your eyes on the prize? Why not? Isn't that pretty good? What would you say?
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yo, my head just exploded.
That's a good one. That was going to be a joke I was going to say for Lucky Lauren Murphy. So don't tell her, anybody, because I'm using that next week. Prince, I'll see you later, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, it's Timmy B, Pretty B, fight in sight, yeah, that's right.